Attention! Technicians interviewed in this video are working on a radioactive and chemically contaminated site without the benefit of the proper protective gear. First, some background. This is Site 6 on Treasure Island, with Austin Hall in the background. In 2017, the Navy discovered that in the 1950s it contaminated Site 6 with the forever chemicals PFAS from aerosolized firefighting foam, AFFF, used in its firefighting schools. The Navy confessed that as of 2025, it has found no way to clean up these forever chemicals. On the redeveloped island, Site 6 will be part of a large park on the shore facing the Golden Gate Bridge. Picnickers sitting in the grass, including children and joggers running by, will be exposed to chemicals that attack the immune system and cause cancer. This video was shot on the U.S. Navy's Environmental Protection Agency Remediation Zone Site 6 on former Naval Station Treasure Island in San Francisco Bay. On Thursday, March 27, 2025, I interview a technician from ACOM Regenesis, a company the Navy contracted to drill for soil samples to find a way to clean the area of these poisons. Regenesis crews drill for soil samples of perfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, in the soil next to Austin Hall, former firefighting school at Site 6. This man is the head of the crew. The Navy also used Site 6 to store radioactive material from Treasure Island's cleanup zones. They stored the radioactive soil in boxcars at Site 6 up through 2016. Because the half-lives of the radioactive material that the Navy dumped in Treasure Island's soil last for thousands of years, this area continues to be radioactive. This map shows the route we took. We started driving at the red X at the bottom of the map. We drove right, following the black arrow along a lane. We turned left and followed the up arrow on 14th Street. We turned left again at Avenue M and followed the arrow left to where the techs were drilling. Begin viewing the video now. This field is where they had the firefighting school. The Navy brought all these sailors out here and they lit fires and put them out with aerosolized firefighting foam, perfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS. They put the fires out with this. This was starting in the 50s and 60s. They really had these schools going. I've talked to sailors who went through these schools, and that aerosolized firefighting foam has perfluoroalkyl substances in it, otherwise known as PFAS, PFAS. And the reason we're out here today is because that whole field, Site 6, not only is it radioactive, but the soil is all full of PFAS. PFAS damage the human immune system and cause cancer. Now you could go a little faster so we can get there before they leave.
Is it any danger that they're exposing the air to it now?
Absolutely.
So are we putting ourselves in danger by getting close to it? Of getting radiation poison and dying?
You live on Treasure Island.
But I don't get that close to it on a daily basis. Like, I don't drive right up to it while they're working. Well, I did to get you the footage.
I'm gonna sew my mouth shut at this point. We are coming out on 14th Street.
Like I said earlier, none of us make it out of here alive.
However, he asked a crucial question which required an answer. The driver did not come close enough to get radiation burns. He also wasn't drilling into the soil for samples like the techs I spoke to were. But with radiation exposure, there can be a cumulative effect over time. We turn left onto 14th Street. This is left. We are driving down 14th Street a little faster. That's the wastewater treatment plant, the old one that they're gonna get rid of, and we are about to turn left onto Avenue M. I know all these trees. I've shot video down the street many times, and the trees are the same. So here's Avenue M. We're going to turn left off of 14th Street onto Avenue M. We're driving toward Austin Hall right now. That's Austin Hall, and those guys are working right in front of Austin Hall. Oh my God. Okay, you can go a little faster. This is the side of Site 6. Just inside the fence to our immediate left, I videoed these sealed radiation bins on Site 6 in spring 2014. This is a screenshot from that video footage, showing the area as highly radioactive. That is Austin Hall, where the sailors had their school. The Navy had schools in there, and they had radioactive sources in there. And I'm going to get out of the car. That gate is open, and we are going to be able to get very close to this. They cannot see us coming, and they won't. Can you park right here? And we're going to move fast, because I'm going to get through that gate as fast as I can go. And that's their equipment, their cars. Navy hired these people, and you can bet not one of these people have been told this site is radioactive. Also, there's noise coming from the machinery. Let's get as far in there as we can before they spot the camera. And to do that, we're going to have to walk faster than we are. We're going to have to go faster. I've never been in here because they've always had a gate. I've never been in here. The minute they see this camera, they're going to make us leave. I'm going to ask them who they are, and they either are or aren't going to tell me. Do you see any writing on the side of these cars?
No.
I don't either. This is their equipment. That's their truck. And they're doing something.
This one says drilling, this truck.
Okay, they are drilling. They haven't spotted us yet. They don't expect anybody with a camera to come in here. It says Regenesis.
Yeah, that's right.
Where?
In front of us to the left.
Oh, let me get that. Okay, they haven't spotted us yet. Okay, good. All right, I haven't run out of battery. Okay, he's coming over here. He sees us. He's going to make us leave. Hi. Hello. What are you doing?
Can I help you?
Yeah, what are you doing? You're from Regenesis, right?
With the ACOM Regenesis, yeah.
Yeah, and what are you doing? You can tell me. I know what you're doing. You're doing something about the perfluoroalkyl substances in here, right? Am I right? Hi.
Leo,
You're not supposed to tell me.
why are you on site?
Because I need to know what you're doing here. That's why, and I came to ask you.
First time to the calculate. We can't have people that aren't supposed to be on site on site.
I understand. And we will leave. But I want to ask you what you're doing. Can you tell me that?
I can refer you to my project manager.
Good.
And the
What's your name?
site contact officer, but
Do you have his name?
I will talk to them and I will pass them on to you. We cannot be doing any work if you trespassing on site.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I understand. And you're absolutely right about that. But I need to give you some important information for your personal safety. This site is radioactive. You should not be here. This is radioactive. You're standing on radioactivity right now.
Okay.
If you need to leave and not come back, and they should have told you. And they didn't, did they? Nobody told you.
I'm aware of site history. I've been involved in
Did you
this
know
project
this
for
is
a
radioactive?
while. Aware of tons of site activity.
You should be wearing a hazmat suit. You're digging in the soil. listen. I am taking care of you right now. And we will leave. Okay? You are not, I can tell you what you're here for. You are, there are first floor alkyl substances from aerosolized firefighting foam in this soil, along with radioactivity. Is that true? Are you working on PFAS?
Any information I can share with you is currently publicly available. Or any of that information.
It's not really. I found out about it from the Navy because I go to the Navy.
What, isn't that public?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay. You notice I have a camera on and I'm not turning it on your tape. Okay. Okay. So I basically told you. So we're going to leave because you need us to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You've been to the public meetings that the Navy has hosted, so you are familiar with all of this.
I am, and I just came out. It's so much better to see it in person than to hear about it. Well, you know what I mean?
Ideally, if you want to do that, you're supposed to go through the Navy and the appropriate Navy, personnel. Not supposed to cross the signs that say this is private Navy
Yeah,
property.
but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm a citizen and I have the right to know. So I realize I don't want to compromise you anymore. So we're going to take off. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and you didn't let us in. And you told us to leave. And so you did your job. You should take me seriously about the radiation. Because you're such a nice guy. I'm telling you that. I mean it. Okay, so we're gonna go, just like you told us to, because we're not allowed. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for letting me stand there as long as you did. The idea is to video as much of the site as you can while they're telling you to leave. As we walked to the car, I contemplated 11 years of withheld information, misdirection, and out-and-out Navy lies that required unannounced visits to get at the truth. Okay, I'll ask you what you thought of that first. What did you think of that?
It seemed fair and reasonable what you were saying. That you were trying to take care of them and let them know that they were putting themselves in danger.
So you like that part?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of it?
Well, let's just get to the car and talk about the rest of it. There's a step. Immediately behind this fence were the Navy's boxcar-shaped containers full of radioactive soil on Site 6, Treasure Island, on Monday, April 7, 2014. This photograph was taken by the San Francisco Bay Citizen newspaper photographer on that date. These boxcars full of radioactive soil contaminated the entire area. This validated my assertion to the Regenesis tech that he was in a radioactive area and it would benefit him to leave immediately.
Do you want me to hold the camera?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Your being here is just spectacular. Because without you, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't have done that by myself either.
One thing I didn't tell him, because it really makes them freak out, is if I tell him I'm an investigative reporter, then we would have been gone immediately. I have never shot any of this from this direction. So this is perfect. Oh my God, I've never been in here. They always have had this blocked off. And I just hope and pray I didn't run out of battery.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Fine.
I'm with the Navy. You guys have any questions?
Oh, you got out here fast. Hey, come on. Can I video you?
What's that?
Can I video you?
I'd rather not, but you can do whatever you need to.
But you'd really rather not.
I'd rather not, but it's
You know,
free world.
I'd rather.
What's that?
I would rather, so can you indulge me?
I'd rather not, but do as you please.
I don't feel right about it if you'd rather not. Emery Scoville.
Yep.
Does he work for Clark, or does he work?
She works under Dave.
Okay.
I don't have her direct contact, but this is her project, and she would be able to tell you the details far better than I could.
Emily Scoville.
Emery. Yep.
Emery is a woman.
Yep.
It's not a man. Emery Scoville. Does she also work at Hunters Point, or?
No, she's based out of San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where most of our people are. That's why they hire, me and my counterparts, because most of them are down in San Diego. Like, they come up for the RAB meetings, every once, month or two, and that kind of stuff.
I've never seen Emery Scoville at the RAB meeting.
She's rather new. She might not be part of the RAB because she's part of the new RPMs, but...
Okay, but she's down in San Diego.
Yes, yeah.
Whenever.
She's part of BRAC as well, or contracted with BRAC. I'm not sure if she's a federal employee per se, but she works with us.
Okay, so is she what you call the PM?
Yep.
Project manager
she's
for
the project.
this particular one?
Yeah, for this particular one, she is.
Okay. All right.